In the first coffee wave, there was mom and pop shops that just sold coffee. Then came Dunkin, and the second wave where you could get your coffee through a drive-thru. Starbucks kicked off the third wave, making coffee cool for the 12-year-olds and the people that were too cool for libraries. And we've been in this third wave ever since. Until now. The fourth wave is starting with the fast-growing, technology-driven Blank Street Coffee, which aims to be the younger, the cooler, the faster version of these coffee chains. But there's been a lot of mixed emotions behind this company, and for good reason. Blank Street is a tech company, wrote one commenter on TikTok. They just copy coffee shops on every block of New York City. Others just shrug it off. For example, another commenter said, "Do you really care how your iced coffee is made? As long as it's good, because I don't." And this is just the beginning of this chaotic battle. But you're in the right place if you want a fun way to learn about origin stories of businesses and entrepreneurs. The founders of Blank Street, Vinay Menda and Assam Friha, attended the same high school, the American School of Dubai. However, they didn't meet until they both moved to Manhattan for college. Menda went to NYU and Friha to Columbia. They bonded over a shared interest in startups and being broke college students. The pair started putting money in food and technology companies, such as food delivery services and ghost kitchens. They soon realized they could just start their own company, one that relied on technology to make services cheaper and faster. Men said, "When we thought of this model, it made sense that coffee was the way to start, because it's such an important local good." During the spring of 2020, aka the lockdown, they launched Blank Street Coffee, or as I like to call it, Streets, which they hoped would capture the rhythm of Starbucks.
The longest Starbucks line I have ever seen, and literally every single one of these persons looks to be
the price point of Dunkin and the quality of Blue Bottle. I don't know what Blue Bottle is either, but that's what they said. And just to compare price points, a 16-ounce iced latte costs $3.75 at Dunkin, $4.25 at Blank Street, and $5.50 at Starbucks. The Streets said they want to be the The Streets said they want to be the go-to brand for grab and go, and they're doing just that. The lockdown destroyed so many small businesses, which actually freed up storefronts and briefly lowered rent costs. Blank Street took full advantage of these times and expanded lightning fast in its first year. They were smart because they targeted locations near busy subway stops in residential and commercial neighborhoods. To keep that rocket moving, they raised $67 million from high-profile venture capital funds. And although it just seems like right timing, I believe Blank Street would have been successful regardless. Technology and automation allows them to keep their stores super small and expenses low. Most of their stores are under 350 square feet. Blank Street has now expanded to 40 plus locations in New York, Boston, DC, and London, with a lot more to be expected. They're basically a tech company focused on coffee. Each location has an espresso maker, which can turn out 700 drinks per hour. Essentially, they can make 8 espresso drinks at the same time. So one machine is like 10 baristas. Blank Street works because they're solely focused on labor costs, automation, and convenience, really becoming the grab-and-go standard for coffee. We heard the good, now here comes the ugly. In one TikTok from December, a woman explained that Blank Street is offering free coffee if you whispered, "Get me a cafe latte," to the barista. Someone responded, "Aren't they backed by venture capitalists determined to ice out all local mom and pop coffee shops?" And just like that, the battle continued. Streets responded by saying, "We're taking customers from Starbucks and Dunkin, ideally not from local shops." And did you know that Blank Street is short for BS? Just kidding. They say they're gonna open 1,000 stores, but they're also about community, which some people believe is a contradiction. Others say, how can a smaller coffee shop compete with that level of funding? I'm not too sure either. Blank Street Store is a cozy pod built around a high-volume, automated espresso system designed to speed up the process and allow baristas to focus more on customer service than on coffee. Personally, I think having a third or fourth option is a cool idea, but that leaves us with this. Do we really care how our iced coffee is made? Or do we just want a quick and convenient way to drink good coffee?